What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. And as you can hear behind me, it's a fun one as usual. So I am on my way home with finally bringing home my newest additions, my two dwarf goats. No, pygmies. Sorry, they're Nigerian pygmies. So I got those for Christmas from my awesome mother and my wife, and they've been at my mom's house because I've just been traveling a little bit, and with it being cold, I didn't want them anywhere at my house when I wasn't there, as they're acclimating to the new environment and all this other stuff. So I'm finally back home from no more traveling for a while, so I'm able to pick these guys up and take them home and put them in their new enclosure. Some of you may or may not know I had two Nigerian dwarf goats for a few months. I lost one pretty quickly to parasites that unfortunately were already in him from the previous owner, the vet said. And then the other one, I'm not sure what happened. I had him for a few more months after the first one died, and he was fine, healthy, sitting in my lap, and then one day I just came out and he had passed away. So I'm not sure. I have a few maybe theories, so I'm gonna make sure that all those things that I think it might be are taken care of with these guys. But yeah, I'm super excited. I've upgraded their pen, upgraded the shelter, which I'll show you when we get home. So now we're just gonna drive home, take them home, and put them in there. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, so we made it back to the house, and I got the goats in the enclosure. I didn't film it because I had goats in each arm and it was just a little difficult, but everyone's in, so I'm going to kind of show you guys around the enclosure and what I've got set up for them. Here's a quick glance at the enclosure. It's not 100% done yet, but it's definitely looking good. So start over here. So there's the main gate to come in, and they've got their outside water dish and food bowl. And then they've got all this space. It's a little over 100 feet of fencing, so give or take 25 by 25 square feet. And then I'm gonna obviously expand it in the future, but this is plenty of space for these two small goats. And then here is the shelter, which is functionally done, but not aesthetically done. I just have to make it look nice. But it's got a metal corrugated roof. And then these actually come up. Water won't really go in there, but the air, and they can get some airflow and vents. I just used a bunch of extra 2x4s I had laying around for the sides. This is the same on both sides. The back is just plywood on both sides. The door is inch plywood that has hinges. You can see there's the other side. And then it's just a frame, as you'll see. So on the inside, I had a bunch of extra foam insulation I got from a friend that had it left over, so I just kind of put it in places around just to add some extra heat for them. And then you can see they've got their water dish on the inside, and I made that hay rack so they can have hay to eat. And then they've got two levels, so there's the first one and then the second one. You can see they're up there now. And then on the second one I have a heat bulb, and that heat bulb in that area will honestly keep that area 50 or more above when they're under it, plus when they're together, so that is plenty warm enough, and that's on the coldest night. So I know they'll do just fine. They're getting acclimated to their enclosure right now, but they are loving it, all the space. But yeah, so that is what I've got going on for them. So my plan is to lock them up every night for now, and to let them out every morning, so they can run around, but then be in the nice warm shelter every night. Until they get bigger, then I might let them out. In the summer, I'll probably let them out during the night, just depending on how it's going. And then for around the fencing, I'm in the process of, you can see these green poles, putting up an electric wire to help keep predators out. These guys don't get very big, so they can be a tasty snack for many different things around here. I have bears and coyotes and wild dogs and things like that, so you got to be careful. So it is a few mornings later since I put the goats out. So I'm going to kind of show you guys my morning routine so far with them. And you can hear my duck in his temporary winter enclosure. till I can get him something really nice in the spring. So stay tuned for that. The Zeus, the tortoise, is boarded up because it is pretty cold here. I can hear the goats. They are ready to get out this morning. So let's let them out. Gate behind me. I haven't put a latch on it yet, so it's just board. And then I come over here. Well, good morning. Good morning. I know. Come on. Let's see. So there's their pad, like I showed you before. It's been working really good. Heat lamp's been doing good. I think the first night they were here, it was 15 degrees with the wind chill. So they survived that just fine. They have each other to snuggle with, and then the heat lamp and the shelter, which is also insulation in it. So they did fine. And it's just been in the 30s low the past few days. So it was raining yesterday, so I opened it up and I propped it over so they could come to the patio. But goats don't like rain, so they stayed inside. At one point I saw them run out, run to their water dish to get some water and run back in, even though I have a water dish in here. So, hi. So they're still looking for a bottle because they've been only off a bottle for about a week. So they're still expecting a bottle, but they're slowly learning that they are not going to get a bottle. But yeah, so I let them out every morning before I go to work. Usually either between 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock they get let out. And when I come home, I usually, if I'm home right before dark or right as it's getting dark, I put them up. Sometimes, like tonight, I won't get off till 10, so I'll put them up when I get home at 10:30. But they'll be fine. The only reason I'm really putting them up is just to keep the heat in the shelter. Make sure they can stay warm. But the high today it's 50, so it will not be bad at all. So, but yeah, that's their morning routine. Like I said, the night routine. I'll feed them in the morning with a bunch of hay. They'll eat that throughout the night or throughout the day, and then I'll give them some more hay at night. And yeah, that's about it. So they're pretty easy to take care of for the most part. You just have to watch out for a few things. I'll do a whole video about them a little bit later, but super social. These guys are awesome. I can't wait till I start breeding them and have baby goats. But yeah, so that is gonna be, hey, quit eating my keychain. That's gonna be it for today's video. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss more of these guys and everything that's changing. As it starts to warm up, I'm getting ready to do more projects, and you're not gonna wanna miss them. But I will see you guys next week.